Before I go shaking my tits for the press, I like to go see how the professionals do it. Some might say the chief of police has no business in an institution like this, but in fact it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control. That's why I never invite my friends here. I wanted to make an exception for my 60th birthday, but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes. Why stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself? But there's none of that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too. They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures. Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any rules, I'd be belching and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!" No idea how I got so barbaric.
Alright, this is Little Mac with Mac's Corner, and I have not played this yet. This is going to be one I'm going to play through for the first time on Mac's Corner, and let me see if I get the volume down. So bear with me here for a second. I'm going to kind of talk while I do this. Yeah, let's get that down. That's good for right now. I'll fix it later. So I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from this game. It's apparently very artistic, very interesting story. It's a choose-your-own-adventure kind of thing, is my understanding. But unlike the previous one of these I did, apparently this one can go in a lot of different directions depending on how we play. So we'll see how that goes. It came highly recommended, so bear with me on this. For those of you who are more interested in seeing some more Hearts of Iron, I'm not done with that yet. I still have at least a few more guides I want to do, specifically a Russian guide and a couple more of the achievements. I won't do all of the achievements, obviously, because some of them are just too easy, but that is that. So without further ado, let me kind of get everything squared and we'll get started. Alright, I think I got it where I want it, and if we have issues, I'll try and adjust fire as we move on. Not even sure how long this game's going to take, so as always, I will not be talking during cutscenes, or at least minimal talk, but I will attempt to give you justification for my decisions, what I'm thinking, why I'm thinking it. As always, I try and play it as pragmatically and kind of like, hey, if I were there, as I can. Sometimes, depending on the situation, I will kind of roleplay for a character, but typically I try and play it how I would do it in that situation. And we'll go from there. So without further ado, let's get started. Ooh, interesting. Okay. See, that sucks. I.e., the police are not getting a raise, but I bet their job is getting harder. Ooh, meanings they're doing better and not getting raises for it, is what that looks like. That sucks. Okay, let's go to work.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eaten here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
It's pretty dark introduction to the police. Alright. Alright, let me go through this tutorial real quick. I don't want to waste your time on that, and we will go from there. Okay, interesting. So, these are the police officers, at least for Shift B. During the tutorial, it said there were 2 shifts. So I don't know if we'll get additional officers the next day. How you read this is the star level is their level of professionalism, basically overall performance quality, and this is their rank. The higher the better, with the average being 150. Anything under 150 is not considered overly reliable, and obviously, like, I guess this would be our meter maid if we gotta do that, I'm assuming. And apparently each of these officers have hidden characteristics, or at least a lot of them do. So some of them are lazy, some drink too much, some do all sorts of stuff, but you don't come off and you don't figure that out yet. You gotta figure it out over time, which is kind of cool. One of the things that I gotta figure out is okay, these are the names. I don't know what the difference is between the, I guess these are the detectives, I'm assuming, but that's just guesswork on my part. So let's go ahead and start the day. I'll probably have to stop this again, though, to kind of figure out. As far as I can tell, right now, I can't rearrange the shifts, though I have a funny feeling that'll be part of our job later on. Let's see, Shift B. I was going to say, what the hell is that? Oh, what the... Oh, okay. Well, now let me go through this now, and then I'll talk it to you faster than I'm going to be having to read it. Okay, looks like I'm not going to be able to slow it down, or at least if... No, I don't want to quit. Resume. Not going to be able to slow it down. But let me just pause it real quick. Basically, right now, we're responding to calls. And different calls, I'm assuming, are going to have different priority levels. And the further away it is from the police station, the longer it takes to get there and back. So I guess a lot of this is going to be managing exactly what to do with the police force. So this is more of a game than I had originally thought it was going to be. The Everyday Mall. Hit and run. Alright. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat. Protect risky missions, okay. I'll just kind of stick with you guys. Well, you can go ahead and read this real quick. Here, I'm going to pause it real quick. Hold on. It does look like, luckily, it does pause once we select the call. So, crime in progress. Let's see. Next second, you saw a van in the parking lot back over a homeless man. Digging through the trash can. The driver jumped out to help. Once he saw that he'd hit a bum, he got back in the van and drove away quickly. Alright, it's not that it's not serious, but what are the odds we're going to find that guy if we don't have a license plate number? Okay, we'll send... Oh, no. We'll put her back. We'll send Austin. We'll send one police officer out. We're not going to send our best of the best, that's for sure. It's not that I think a bum's life is worth this, it's just the severity versus who it's against and the odds of catching it. Let's see. To the theater carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, that? Okay. There, get over there, Purdy. I'll send you to Zabuka. It sounds a little crazy. It sounds a bit cray-cray. It's pretty cool, though. So this is obviously going to be a bit of a slower Let's Play. So, I mean, it's kind of up to you how much you want to fast forward or not. And I'm going to try not to talk just for the sake of talking, so we'll figure it out. Hit and run, report. Nobody else dies, but the truth is sometimes criminals may escape. Just try to avoid dead cops or civilians. That comes from roster dead citizens bothering the inmate. Mildly funny. Offender escape. Officer unharmed. I kind of figured that before you even sent him out there. Nice. Here we go. All right. See. All right, sweet. You guys see though, even though it's done, they're still on the way back, so we still don't have use of them yet. So I'm really liking how this game is looking like it's going to work. Looks like a lot of decision making, which is my favorite thing to do. Videotape store made off of their whole collection of adult movies. Well, we obviously we'll send Asano and this little whatever just for some backup. So it's a bunch of kids. We know in that probably their mother. So car's license plate, the owner is one Janet Brown. Probably assume that's the kid's parents, and they've stolen her car. It's not that it's okay. Well, it is a shotgun though. Ooh, 3 teenagers with a shotgun. I mean, these aren't okay. Well, to be fair, these are pretty big punks too, though. Hold on. Yeah. Now that we're talking shit, I missed the shotgun the first time around. Alright, let's see how that turns out.
311A in progress.
Brother and sister clutches over a deceased father's will. According, you don't dare. Yeah, you can have Price. Price, go get him, Tiger. Fucking family squabbles. If you're fighting over your parents' will, you got problems. Should be asking more anyways. I won't get into that. Ooh, assault. Alright. That's a no-go. 3 teenagers attack an elderly musician, then run away with his guitar and his money. Little bastards. Alright, well, I'm not gonna send Koshi yet. I'm saving her for the big guns in case we get them. But what I will send is all 3 of the remaining officers, and hope we get some more back in time.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Just gonna handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up. Just if you have plenty of other problems on your plate. Okay, well at least it's paused. Moaning and loud laughter. I wonder what they're watching. What about just, yeah, knock on the door, open up, please. That seems like the best course of action.
9 testing complete.
Nice.
311A complete.
Yeah, I wasn't really worried about that one. That's right. I wish they kind of showed where they were going, though. It's kinda... Well, I mean, I know it showed when I clicked on it. I just kind of wish there was an indicator after.
412A complete.
Assault report. Sweet. Getting some experience. Oh, the one thing I did forget to mention though is this little bar. It's how much energy they have. They lose 1 per day and get 1 back per rest day, which is why I have a funny feeling scheduling is going to be a pretty big deal. End of day. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm coming to work overtime, but if they're working flat out much. Okay. So is this just oh, they're at home right now. So that'll be tomorrow's shift. I got it. So if we really feel like we're going to need them tomorrow, we can pull them over. But yeah, I'm probably not going to want to do that. Because if you look, that's their energy bar right there. So we don't want that going down. Wish I gotten her a little more experience, but that's okay. Right now I'm probably working on the little people with the, or the less qualified people with the, that need help. Ooh. So this is our B team, huh? Shift B is kind of our A team, and Shift A is kind of our B team. They might have the most experienced guy, but the rest of, I don't know how much I'm liking this one. Alright, let's try and get their experience up while we can, but for right now, we'll do end of day.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops.
What the fuck?
Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you.
So I guess we can choose to be dirty.
And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it.
Jesus.
Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Interesting. Checkpoint, okay. I guess it saves it for us. Alright. I guess these are probably irrelevant now, but might play a big deal later. Let's get back to work. Wondering if we're gonna get to decide who goes. Well, I guess we're just becoming the chief of police. Interesting. All right. No. What the fuck? And you apparently probably suck too. Are you freaking crazy? No. Get up to 3 stripes, okay? Alright, interesting. Sorry, I had to sneeze. 1 second. Alright, close. Well, I haven't seen him do anything. So how the hell should I know? He's already got a stripe. And I haven't seen anybody else do nothing, so until I know more, I'm not just going to blindly hand out freaking rank. That seems a little silly. So let's start the day. What? Okay, let me figure out which we're going to play, and I'll be back, I guess. Hold on.
Whenever I'm alone at home and there's a knock at the door, I always hope it'll be my wife, Laura. She's always forgetting her keys.
Hello, my name is Steve, and you're Jack Boyd, is that right?
To get to my front door, the Bible boys walked about a mile from the local bus stop, jumping over mud puddles and skirting a couple of landfills. Laura doesn't go in for religion either. But according to her, these brave lunatics with their fake smiles deserve at least a minute of attention. She patiently listens to them, asks them questions, regales them with pastries, and never once dropping a hint of condescension. When I watch her do it, I've got to admit it gets me. I'd have hugged those boys, sat with them on the porch and lit up a cigar. But a month after Laura left, all I could do was quietly ask them not to bother me. Today I'm a little rougher still. Shut the door on his nose this time. Another couple weeks at this rate and I'll be greeting anyone who comes close with my service pistol pointed towards the sky, ready to fire my warning shots. In my life, even the basic stuff never goes like it's supposed to. Normally, when a wife is going to leave home, she'll make a scene or at least sit everyone down for a serious conversation. But Laura just disappeared. The children in the stories always stand on the side of the mother, but all 3 of our sons supported me. The in-laws always blame the husband for making their daughter unhappy. But now Sally, Laura's mother, well, we sort of have a pact. The fellow Laura ran off with is young enough to be her son. I hear he's 30 years old. Of all the possible information a man can know about his wife's lover, I get hit with that. Fortunately, Laura's mother doesn't like the way it sounds either. Sally figures this guy just thought he'd have some fun with a mature woman, but he'll be back chasing college girls before the year is out. So we have an agreement. Sally's going to track down Laura and try to reason with her, and we'll arrange a meeting. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to not do anything stupid, which of course means anything at all. It's a crazy situation. I'm the police chief, and the person I'm trusting to find my wife is an old woman armed with a phone book. But I can't afford to lose Sally as an ally. So for the moment, I had to swallow my pride.
Hello.
Mrs. Markham, this is Boyd.
Oh, is there any news?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Have you found anything? An address, phone number? Have you spoken to her?
Don't worry, Jack. I've narrowed the range to 2 suspects, or whatever you like to say at your police building.
At my police building, we find people faster than a funny old woman chirping on the phone with my wife's girlfriends.
Oh, you're an old man, Jack. come to your senses. They'd give us straight odds on the street. But I've got more energy, Jack. Maybe you think I'm a foolish old woman, but I go to my book club, argue with the girls about Byron, and it gives me energy. I talk to my dogs, and it gives me energy. And you have nothing, Jack. You don't even have a hobby. You got no passion. It's why Laura left you.
Let's not go back into that, Sally. Find my wife, and we can discuss my hobbies later. I'm waiting for your call, and my patience is running thin. Laura, if you've stopped loving me, I'll let you go. I can't expect the impossible from you. Just don't let me die out here, okay?
Alright, 1 second. Luckily I caught it before doing too much of this. You missed about, I don't know, 20 minutes, but it wasn't too crazy. You just basically missed whatever day was before this. Nothing much different than what happened day 1. And I'll go through another day, and what you missed that I was also going to mention is probably not going to go through every single day after we've seen 1 or 2. And what I'll do is all the kind of stuff that we're kind of used to, I will keep to myself, or not, I'll do offline, and then from there, and then come back on when there's a good decision or something interesting to be made. One of the key things I did do is what they taught us during a whole thing where didn't realize my mic was off, is you can hire and fire people. So you can do that by, I guess we got to start the day first. So here's our shift. So start the day. I'm wondering why it's not letting us do it now. Also, it lets you choose a song. I have no idea what any of this is, so whatever. That's fine. Maybe I'll try each different ones out later. See what we can see. Now it's interesting because
Well, in progress.
someone commits a serial and flees the scene. The case goes to your detectives. Got it. Homicide. Oh yeah. That ain't good. Okay. Okay. Well, he's the most professional one we got. So it goes to you, boy. And we're talking a homicide. Put 2 of you on it. Go for it, buddy. City Hall. Destruction of property. Cleaning crews on other party. Okay, Mr. Cray Cray. We got ourselves a Cray Cray man, but he's got a big iron rod. So he's also... We're not going to sit here and assume he's not at least somewhat dangerous as well. We'll send so 1 experience and 1 backup. We'll see how this goes. So I'll walk through it. So one of these guys is a new guy. We were able to hire and fire people. I thought I fired her. I could have sworn I fired him or her. What's going on? I'm confused. Alright, I figured out. But hired this guy. He's a new guy. And next time I can do it, I'll show you how you can hire and fire people. It's on the stolen vehicles list. Alright, we'll send Officer Purdy. And good old Officer Asano is backup. There you go. Go handle him. Oh, interesting. So this gets, ooh, pretty cool. So I guess these are our big cases here. These are the ones we need to spend a lot of time, effort, and energy on, I'm assuming. Pursuing the investigations. Expect results. Alright, good. That's what I like to hear. So I'm going through this. They drove by in a sedan and shot like a machine gun. I didn't see much. Heard a few muffled shots. He got what he deserved. So what you're telling us, Lewin's car, is you're the one who did it? No, I'm just kidding. Alright, well Mr. Graham is probably our best witness so far. So they had a machine gun, so we're talking like a professional hit. Or at least some people pretty well armed, to put it that way. Especially if it's in a sedan. So sequence 1, he gets out of his house. And all we know after that is he's dead. Alright. But the key thing is they said expect results, which is good.
212.
Fire all black cops. What the fuck's wrong with you people? Bullshit, I will. I will not. You gotta be freaking kidding me if you think that's happening. Offender caught. Alright. That's what I like to see. So I guess a way to get officers experience is to send a really an unexperienced one with an experienced one. That seems like a good strategy. It's just I never.
1210 in progress.
I always want to save these good because you never know what to expect. So try to save them for really bad stuff. Oh, we're not gonna have any of that, buddy. I don't play around with that. You guys get over there. That's some shady shit right there.
Officer, looks like we have a situation here.
Driver's nowhere to be seen. Wait at a safe distance for the try. Yeah, why not? And then if he doesn't come, then you can do that.
113 feet complete.
Ah, well. Can't win them all, I guess.
Complete.
Nice. Got the little child. You know what, dude? This shit again? Oh, actually, this one's not so bad. This is more of a community event. See, there's a difference, and here's the logic. So, oh, you guys missed it. That's right, because I wasn't talking. So, in the last time, on day 3, there was an offer for this guy from a nightclub calling us saying his bouncer was on, was sick and something, and he wanted one of our police officers to come cover the door. I was like, hell no, we ain't doing that. Like, are you crazy? But this is a little different. This is like community outreach kind of stuff right here, So, obviously, if this were real, you'd set some ground rules and stuff. But yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with this. Go out there and learn some stuff. We'll send to Sabaki. Go get some experience out there. Well, she's not our toughest cop, though. Alright, we'll send Kochi. Go for it, Kochi. Yeah, because there's a difference between being, used and being, part of an outreach program. You look at it as a win-win, or is it just really helping one other person? What happened to the crime scene? Proceed. You got 3 new frames. Well, we heard it was a machine gun, but okay. So, open investigation, right? Why would I not do that? Open investigation. They get it wrong half the time, but a good cop can separate fact from fiction if they know how to look at the case materials. The more professional the detective works on, the better their instincts. Okay. The true sequence of events at the crime scene. If you add it all up, but the sequence fails, you're probably telling the wrong story. All right. We don't have enough information yet, right? Why am I going to add it up? They drove by in a sedan. So I guess the sedan was waiting on him. That's plausible, right? Comes out the door, the sedan was waiting on him. That's plausible. I don't know what that would have been, though. But he said a machine gun, so I'm not sure about none of that. I only heard a few muffled shots, though, so... Well, to be fair, silencers can fire pretty quick, and they're still loud. Despite what you see in the movies, they're still really freaking loud. I just don't know what's up with this drug lord thing. Alright, we'll put it in here and see what happens, I guess. Oh, I guess we got it right. I have no idea how. Okay. Information on whereabouts of the suspect. Sometimes there might be a number of locations to choose from. In this case, I guess there's just one. Homicide, Port Warehouse. Alright. He works at the port as a loader. Okay, so we probably don't need the SWAT team. But we definitely want to send our best officers, I would think, on this one. That seems to make some sense.
311A in progress.
Alright, well, we'll send Purdy. We'll send Wilkins as some backup. And let's go get Austin some experience, because Price is getting fired as soon as I can figure out how to make it stick.
311A in progress.
Patron the bar's bouncer. The man, apparently drunk, had climbed on stage while local singers were performing and tried to sing a duet with her. What the okie dokie? Well, oh, we're tapped out. See how this goes next. I just don't like sending officers places without backup unless you absolutely have to. You know, the reason why they don't have 2 officers in patrol cars anymore in most places is because of budget cuts, not
Looks like
because
we have a
it's safe.
situation here.
There's a reason there used to always be 2. Now beyond arguing to full-on catfight. The bouncer's fast asleep, clearly too wasted to handle the situation. The drunken patron happily watching the fight. Shut off the music and turn up the lights. Oh, interesting. This is what I do as a civilian, but that's not really professional for police, so.
311A complete.
Offender caught. Officer unharmed. Nice. Okay. Like I said, this will be the last day I probably play the whole thing, and after that I'll save it for significant events.
311A
Because otherwise this will probably get pretty old to watch. It's a lot more fun to play, I'm sure, to watch if you're doing every minute by minute minutia. Think I can pay off? Yeah, you held a favor. You know, that's the kind of thing you give a day off for. Somebody doing that kind of kind of above and beyond stuff. That's the kind of thing you give a day off for. Nice, got the homicide dude. That's always good. Nice. All right. Well, today was a good day or a good shift. I guess this is okay. Night shift and day shift. Got it. So I guess we don't have anything left, right? Go ahead and end the day. They're all at home. So now what I gotta figure out, when I get to where I can hire fire, well let's see if there's a story or anything that pops up, because we already just hit the checkpoint. Alright, so I guess you can only hire and fire at the beginning of the day. Luckily he was retired. No longer our problem. Well, unless we're gonna arrest him, I guess. City has no problem with racist, though you've told us to fire all of our black cops. You've got to be kidding me, right? Douchebag. Can I tell him?
Why would a man need a barn? To store all the stuff you can't bring home. About 30 years ago, back when I was young and interested in farming, I carried all kinds of junk home. After a day in the field, I'd come home with buckets, shovels, dirty boots and clothes, and instantly transform the living room. But even back then, there's something I always kept in the barn. I stopped keeping my pills inside the house because every time I was about to take a triple, someone would knock on my bedroom door. Now they're knocking on my barn door. Well, fine. It's not every day that someone comes to visit your barn. In all the years we worked together, Kendrick never came to visit the house. We drank at bars, went fishing, went to the mountains, even chased off some poachers one time. But he never came for dinner with the family. We never watched football over here. And now he's brought his friends to visit my barn.
Great.
I always try to look unsurprised, like it's an everyday thing to get visitors at the old barn, especially guests with their own personal bodyguards. But Kendrick is sharp enough to see he's caught me with my pants on backwards.
Sorry for the surprise, Jack. We saw you from the car. Figured we'd find you in here. I'm going in for a minute, fellas. These guys will wait outside.
How long you been dating the lover boys?
They're Sans people, Jack.
Yeah. So now you're appearing in public with members of the Mafia?
Jack, I'm leaving tonight. More like fleeing. Jenny and I are taking the girls and making a run for it. Probably won't be seeing each other again. I've got new documents, a new name, a new life, everything new.
The papers say you're still working your last week for the department.
I've got to get out today. I won't be getting another chance. Don't know if you noticed, but the whole city is against me.
I wonder
You
why.
told your Mafia friends about your plans.
Jackie, if I don't fix everything with them in the next few hours, they're going to kill me. And not just me. My family, my relatives, God, Jack, I don't know who else. They found out that I was planning to run and they demanded that we close our contract today.
Your contract, Frank? Really? Is that how you talk now? Maybe you should call in the lawyers to straighten all this out.
Now is not the time, Jack, please. I have a commitment to them until the end of the year. They need an inside line at police headquarters. I can't just give them back the money. That's not how the Mafia works. If I can't find someone I can trust tonight, I'm dead. You know me, Jack. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't afraid they'd cut my daughters to pieces before sunrise.
Well, then turn yourself
He's the
in.
damn fool who puts his daughters in the crosshairs in the first place. Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. But I didn't want to pile it on. Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
Okay, here's my logic on this one. And this is the thing with this duality is I tell, no, I'm not going to become dirty. Sorry, buddy, but I'm not. You made your bed. At the same time, I would try and get him to cooperate instead of trying to run, become a cooperator and try and put his family safe. So, sorry there, buddy.
I'm not gonna lecture you, Frank. I don't think I have anything to say that you don't already know. I'm sorry for your family. I wish them all the best of luck.
Don't ever let anybody guilt you into taking on their dirty laundry. Especially the Mafia. Once they got your hooks in you, you think they're going to let it go? Alright, so now we have stripes to hand out. Simon got... Oh, so now they're... Okay, so can I fire... Oh, because I can hand out stripes, I guess. Has anybody done anything amazing? Who's the... Oh, Newberry. No, these aren't the guys who caught the murderer, though, is it? He's already got one stripe. You don't want to be stingy with it. You don't... I don't want to throw them out either. Alright, we're leaving... I'm going to save those for... Because they can only get a total of 3 anyway, so we're going to save those till we know somebody really deserves it. So... Oh, I remember how to hire and fire. Hold on, give me a second. I remember how to do it now. Alright, well, we'll do another one, I guess, even though, frankly, I haven't noticed the difference. I had forgotten how to do it. Okay. to send appropriate requests to the mayor. Okay. Affairs, though. This is what I forgot. So let's do police... Oh, it's not going to let me right now. So let's see what's going on with the mayor now. Every 5 days, the fools in charge of the city may refuse outright or accept only some of your requests. So only ask for what you really need. Don't really need anything, but I want to at least put something in. Probably use another detective slot more than anything. Alright, so let's go to the police station. Because right now we got shift A. What I have not figured out is how to get down to... Oh, there we go. See, I couldn't do this before. It was driving me nuts. Alright, I just figured it out. So this is the police station, and this is where we can manage. So because I couldn't figure out how to get down here, I accidentally overmanned shift B. So we might have a rough day today. We'll see how it goes. So we got highly experienced, decent. Remember, 150 is average. Anything under 150 is not necessarily anything special. So what we're going to do is move Mole up to shift A. So then we got 3 and 3. Oh, then we don't really need another. We don't really need another detective slot then, I don't think. At least not yet. So we can go ahead and do this. This is labor market. Who can we hire? Ooh, nobody's available now. A lot more available people. Oh no, we didn't. So here's who I hired though. I did hire some people. Hired Chavez, which you missed last time. Logic being, even though she had less professionalism in terms of quality, she looked younger. I made the assumption she was an academy graduate, and yeah, I hired her because she's a woman. You know, new female officer, unexperienced, will get her some experience, and things will work well. And then yep, it looks like those people I fired are now fired, which is good. Now I just need to get more. I need to get these shifts evened out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I'll go ahead and do that offline. But as you can see, you can click on somebody. You can go info. You can get more details on them. Oh, interesting. All right, I'll have to play around with this too. See what I can do with that. Labor market. You can hire, if there are available people, you can hire them. So that's good stuff. So let me go ahead and mess around with this, and I shall return. Crazy. I just so this is kind of dirty, but so you can't. Oh, just another thing I forgot to mention. So yeah, you could like fire, right? You have to have. If you don't have you can fire them illegally. You can, but apparently it could be a really big deal. And here's the legal reasons you can fire them. And one of them is failing 3 assignments in a row. So I suppose if you really wanted to get rid of somebody, which is what I may do, you might send your worst officers on just cheesy stuff. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's completely dirty. If that's give them their chance. So here's the thing: if they succeed, they succeed. They can prove you wrong. You're not setting them up for failure. You're setting them up there to, whatever. At the same time, you could also send them with more experienced cops and get them training. But that's what you do with these kind of people. They're new, well trained. This guy looks pretty old. He's not looking like a young buck from what I can tell. And how long's he been around? And this is what he's doing. Yeah, not impressing me. She's still here. I thought she wasn't here. I want to fire her. Why? Because she's too old and she's failed assignments. I don't know why that didn't kick in last time, to be honest. Maybe. I wonder if you use them on assignment. If you can. Everybody else is good to go. Got a pretty strong team other than that. Because these people under strength, we will just get them experience. So more it's about now learning about our officers. Finding out what we can know about them. Like we're a new commander, we're just taking over. Gotta figure out now learn as much as we can about them. What are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, how can we help them, how are they potentially not helping us even though it looks like they are. We'll figure it out. Labor market, we can hire one. What's this guy doing? I'll hire him for shift A, because we had to bring people up to shift A anyways, right? So I'll hire him for shift A. He's decent. There's nobody horrid. Oh, and the other thing I mentioned, it may not be immediately clear. I did hire this guy. Where is he? I got him on the night shift right now, but yeah. Seems young, highly professional, which rings like too good to be true. So I'm gonna keep my eye on this guy. It really seems too good to be true, but you never know. You know, I gotta ask myself. But you know, who knows? Why did he get fired from his last job? Or why did he quit? That's what I want to know about. But that doesn't mean we're not going to hire him. It just means we're going to keep an eye on him. So 350, I'll go ahead and move. Just because we got such a strong detective over here, I'm going to move our 2 weakest detectives up to shift A. So then we've got, we'll have 1, 2, 3. That'll be 3 detectives. 1, 2, 3 detectives. Oh, I actually moved Mo. No, bring her back. Move to shift B. Okay, keep her on shift B. Can we have her back? Yeah, she's home. Okay. Move her back to shift B. So they've got 3 detectives in each. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And when she moves up here, well, she got fired. And when our new employee comes in, that will be 8. And really, my only major short-term goal right now is to start getting these guys experience and to figure out how the hell to get rid of this guy. So we'll see how that plays out. You know, this seems like a great job for. This seems like a great job for Birch Jr. Go for it, buddy. You go. If you can't handle this, yeah, you don't need to be. So, ideal sucker. We'll see how that goes.
910B in progress.
Sorry, I know I said I wouldn't do these, but these are so much fun. So, ooh, SWAT. Whoa, okay, this one's an interesting one, anyways. From winter, while an armed man with a stocking on his head entered the nearby liquor store. Alright, we gotta assume this is legit, I guess. But do we really need the SWAT team yet? That's my question. I mean, I'm not sure that's SWAT team capable stuff yet, to be honest. Okay. But we'll definitely send our best guy. And let's send him with our least experienced as backup. And we'll see how this goes. That way we got 2 at least decent guys ready if something else crazy comes up. I'm not going to send SWAT team because I don't know how the money works yet. We'll probably figure that out. But right now it's just one armed guy. I don't think that's SWAT team potential yet.
A in progress.
So 2 Elvis impersonators grappling right there on the sidewalk. They're swearing in Spanish and beating each other with microphone stands. Alright, let's see how this goes. We might be a little man short. We might be short here. Unless absolutely necessary, I don't like sending officers out by themselves, though. Tomorrow is the deadline. It ain't gonna happen, buddy. Yeah, I guess you guys might have missed that one. Yeah, we got a message from City Hall that there's a bunch of racism going on and a big white pride group popping up, and we've been ordered to fire all black cops. Sorry, Sonny. It ain't gonna happen. Thanks, City Hall. Good old Birch Jr. I have a feeling you're not gonna be around much longer. Oh, yeah, I'll play out this day. This is just really good. I mean, this is a cool ASS freaking game.
Here.
Sneak up to the back door. Leave her upright, but only if you release the hostage.
910B complete.
Yeah! Here we go. I'm getting the hang of this. Oh, robbery. Stolen from while she was on the way to the pawn shop. Okay, I mean, it's not that I don't care, but we got limited resources right now, especially since we're detective down. So we'll put Moser on it. Let's see how this works. Global Beast Hunt suddenly changed rules of annual shooting contests. It now features teams instead of single competitors. What the hell has this got to do with anything? Well, we got nobody available. Send Birch? No. I don't think he'd represent us too well. I have a funny feeling he could hit the broadside of a barn. So one, we don't have anybody available. Even if we did, this isn't so much a reach out. See, there's a difference between doing community reach out and doing somebody a favor. And this is more doing somebody a favor. And I'm not about that. Well, that definitely sounds like a job for Birch. Can't say we didn't send nobody, right? I really hope nobody drowns.
311A complete. 212 in progress.
Alright. Nice. Destruction of property. Hopefully somebody will get back in time. Okay. Come on. Alright, cool. Just in time. Screw it. Hopefully we'll get him and get some more experience. I don't know why there's so many slots for this, but I guess it is a group of young kids. Either way, as long as we get them, let's get experience. Keep our fingers crossed. We won't get any other calls. Good so far. And I have heard, by the way, that you can go crooked. That's another cool thing about this game. You don't have to play this the legit way. Like, you can go crooked. Your motorcycle. Jacket. Oh, like those other bikers who hang around on the street corners, alright. It's definitely not a local biker, okay. Asian. Alright. Interesting. So are we gonna get any results is the question. Okay, sweet. 3 new frames. Open investigation. Try to shoot him, what? See, that wasn't in the thing. I was going to pawn an antique as I was carrying the necklace upon someone, ripped the bag from shoulders and then disappeared. I don't see anything about anybody shooting anybody. Did that, rip the bag. Okay, if she did, she didn't say anything about anybody shooting, though. Do we get it right? I guess not.
211 in progress.
What's this now? I chased the brat up a tree. You can take it from here. Alright. I think these are going to be our old reliables right here. I said, unless I have to, I hate sending officers out by themselves. Okay, and that closes out a day. So we'll kind of end this and see the story, I guess. I think it's going to have us finish this up first, I believe.
211 complete.
Report. There we go. Alright, we're building a good team here, it looks like. First of a lot of long days. There's just too much going on. Okie dokie. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and handle the next shift. And as I said, what I'm going to try to do is stop having you watch those things, but it's actually kind of interesting. It's pretty cool. So I don't know. Give me feedback in the comment section if you want me to keep going through the day-to-days and talking my decisions, or if you just want to kind of hear the story or what. Though I guess if all you want's the story, you can always just kind of fast forward. So maybe I'm just gonna keep talking unless it's really something that does a pause. Alright, let's see what happens next.
Mr. Boyd, there was a man here earlier. He left you this.
A man? What man? Who let him on this floor?
I don't know. I've never seen him before. I asked him his name, but he just ignored me. He was talking on a big telephone, you know, one of those portables. He gave me this envelope and left.
Damn. Okay, let's see about this.
Well, that's jacked up.
The photo could have been doctored, of course. But Sand doesn't go in for cheap theatrics. Kendrick is dead. His family is dead. And they probably died slowly and painfully. But Sand's got a bigger game. He's not trying to frighten me. He's just trying to clue me in on the facts. I didn't agree to work for him on my own. So now they're just going to insist. Boyd.
Good morning, Jack. I believe you just received my message.
Who am I speaking with?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forget some people don't recognize my voice. But I assure you, Jack, if I was sitting right there in front of you, you'd have no trouble recognizing me. Like I was a member of your family. Even better than a wife, perhaps. A wife can betray you. No man is immune.
I don't talk to people who don't tell me their names.
Oh, Jack, don't be so childish. You're too old to run away from strangers. Yes, we both are. And in our old age, friendship becomes rare and all the more precious. But of course, we must work with new people and find out new names. So if you insist, Jack, let us formally meet. Hello, Jack Boyd. I'm Christopher Sand.
Wonderful, Mr. Sand. And what is it you do for a living?
Oh, you'll soon find out all about that. Well, you'll learn much more than a simple policeman could ever expect. You're a simple policeman no longer, Jack. Don't turn off your phone. You start today.
Jesus. This game is freaking awesome.
8 in 10. It's been my go-to principle since my first day on the job. I've got to let my colleagues hush up what they need to, 2 out of 10 times, so that they'll help me with the remaining 8. 80 out of 100, 800 out of 1,000. I'm proud of those statistics. It's not so bad for Freeburg, right? But now I just officially became a mafia whore. I'm supposed to be fearing for my life, for the lives of my wife and children. But the only thing I can think, what's going to happen to 8 and 10?
Interesting. Most interesting. Alright, well, we got a good team here. And now I just need to start remembering who did what. Because I don't. Stripes? She's already got some. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. As I said, I don't want to whore the stripes, but I also don't want to give them out too early without good reason. Because it's just as bad to... Oh, cool. I'll hire one more detective. If I can, why the heck wouldn't I take this guy? Alright, which shift do we want him for, though? Actually, that's a good question. Hold on. 700, 110, 100. And then we got 350, 150, 150. Yeah, let's put him here. So that way we've got 2 pretty strong teams, I'm thinking. Because even though these guys are weaker, they'll get experience with that guy being as strong as he is. And let's get her, you know. Yeah, I think that'll be the... So we can kind of use this guy, this team for one case, and then maybe 2 teams. We'll have 2 teams over here, essentially. Might be the way to do it. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So Shift B. we'll do is we'll hire Benny, so we'll have a 400, you know, so we got 2 pretty decently experienced cops or, you know, or detectives, along with 2 other, so, I know, sorry, I'm not talking straight right now. So basically we'll be have a team of 2, and then another team of 2 that can handle kind of the moderate cases, and then we'll have a team of 3 that, even though these guys are a little weaker, this guy's really strong, and he can maybe handle the more severe cases. Now I gotta figure out, though, why these guys' energy bars are going down. Because, can I give them a day off? Why are you tired, buddy? Don't know. Alright. City Hall. Wait 4 days. I probably might do interesting. Most interesting. Okay. I don't know if you caught it, but it's also dependent on our success too, how well we're gonna do. Fire all black cops. I ain't gonna do that, son. I don't care. If you want to try and fire me a bit, good luck with that. Whoa! That ain't no joke. Yeah, yo, Koshi. And Purdy, let's get over there. No, let's make a team, maybe. Koshi and Yancey, you guys get over there. So as I said, I'm just going to keep rolling with this. I don't know. Still not sure quite how much you guys are going to watch or not watch. Especially since I'm already kind of addicted to this game. I could see myself playing for a while.
410A complete. 113B in progress.
Teenage weapon. Okay, car chases. These can be very sensitive. Definitely want one of my best guys on that. And we'll send him in with Sonny and Austin. Just because the reason why this is so dangerous, if we're going to pursue him, it's dangerous to civilians too. That's not just dangerous to the cops.
We've got a situation here.
Jesus. Overtake the criminal and attempt to take him into custody.
113B.
Nice. Got him.
710A in progress.
God damn, hostage situation. Or this could totally be a kid. It's like ratting out his parents or something. Alright, let's send these 3. I have a funny feeling this is going to be nothing, though. But just in case. Definitely not sending 4, that's for sure.
In progress. 710A.
Alright. Orders in cash and several credit cards. Well, they gotta have security cameras in there and stuff, right? This one's sensitive. It's these sensitive kind of cases I like to send the best of the best on. Because you can't just assume the guy's drunk and lying. what if it's the truth? And obviously the club owner is not listening to him, so who the heck knows? So we'll send a really good quality guy with some backup. Jack, we're dealing with a moron who refuses to pay his debts. Says that the police will protect him. I think we sell him. No. Vendors caught, officers unharmed. Nice. That's what I figured. Told you. It's always a tough call, you know, because you can't always assume either. They're going to start opening up more of these. I'm kind of curious what else they got.
911.
Nice.
412 in progress.
Assault with a deadly weapon. Alright, parking lot exit. Stop suspicion of the van. Holy shite. Yeah, we don't play around with that one. We're going to make the assumption that this is a reliable report.
We've got a situation here.
Assault with a dead. He's the bullhorn. I don't think he's gonna stop, is he? Well, yeah, he's already fired. The dude's already fired. Here's the logic. The guy has already shot and wounded a security guard. So we don't need to play nice with this guy. Let go of that man right now.
412.
Nice. It's funny too, I gotta admit, a lot of these choices that maybe seem really obvious to me, you gotta remember I've had a lot of training on this. And, you know, even though I was in the Army and a lot of it was force-on-force stuff, we were doing a lot of, you know, police work type activity with terrorists and stuff. And a lot of what we did was police type work, even though there was also a lot of soldier type work too. And it was obviously, you know, a little bit more dangerous. I'm not saying police officers' job's not, but I don't think they typically have to drive down the streets worrying about IEDs, that's all I'm saying. Alright, anyways. Okay, end of the day. Alright, what I'm going to do, I was kind of hoping to see what else would open up. I'm going to stop it right here because, and please don't take too long to get back to me with comments because I'm actually kind of excited to keep this going. I may start my own game, but what I would like is feedback on how much of this you guys would like to see, how much you wouldn't. But I'm loving this game, so I don't know. You know, sometimes these things get a few views, sometimes they don't. But man, this is. You want to talk about one of those games that, that really catches you off guard and surprises you. Like this is a cool ASS freaking game, and it goes for 180 days. So I'm sure. So it's got a story to it as well. So it's supposed to have like beginning, middle, end time stuff. So man, let's see. We'll see how this goes. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know, as I said, what you'd like to see and what you wouldn't in future videos of this. Without further ado, Mac out.